this new album, was there, a new experience that you kind of were a part of in recording it and putting it all together? Like, did it push you in new kind of creative directions? How does the person guiding the ship sort of let everybody else know, like, yo, this is what's up, this is what we're gonna do?
Well, with this, being that this is coming out December 7th, actually my label rep wanted to put it out in January, but I was like, it won't have the same effect. Putting it out in December 7th and hyping it up that it's a project for me, which people know they can trust me if I'm putting it out, it sets up all the projects that's coming in 2011,
right,
one by one, because I got so many albums, boom, one by one, they'll all do it.
6 of them, right?
Pete Rock vs. Preme. I'm working on a Freddie Fox album called The Collection, but that's already really a done project. It's just a collection of everything I've ever done with him, my throwaway beats, everything, and like 4 new ones. The Teflon album, which is called Contraband. It was formerly a Def Jam album, and now it's a year-round project. Works from art, really, because he was trying to work from art. Even Dynasty, she's not even signed to the label, but she did a record over one of my Beats I Collected Dust Volume 2, which is about to come out. So I was like, yo, let's put that on the compilation. It's a compilation, so you're just getting a little taste of everything. But it's all premiere projects, and then except for 2 songs. One's produced by Showbiz of DITC for one of my artists, Khalil, but I did the scratches. And then I'm doing the scratches on one by MC8, which will also be a single called Found by Me. And the scratches are going to be done. Are done by me, but it's produced by Preme.
Okay.
The rest of the whole album I produced. And I just pulled songs from all the projects that I got coming in 2011 and just made a compilation album just to stall while I get the albums mixed and ready to go for next year.
Okay.
The artwork, which is the longest, to get done is artwork. So.
Have you run into sort of any sample issues with this particular project? Like, any hiccups along the way?
No, because we're under the radar. Even though my name is known already, we're under the radar in regards to how hip-hop was back in the day, where it was so much of a forefront. You had to go through all the different channels to get clearances and things like that.
Right.
And then on top of that, I've always been obscure for the most part on most samples, not all of them. And I've been sued many a times, but I've had to settle, and I understand that world and what it takes to deal with that. And again, I've been able to survive all of those situations.
How do you feel about fans or bloggers revealing, your sample origins, like somebody that's hunting down that sort of stuff?
I understand their reason for doing it, because they really want to dissect my scientific madness, you know what I'm saying? But it's still snitching, because you understand how many of those artists that we sample don't really appreciate or even respect rap music. Right. Not all of them. Some are clear, some of them just need to check. Right. And I understand now as I've gotten older, but I just like the fact that discovering the sample is one thing, but to expose where I got it from or whatever. I'm just not with that. So right. I think it's whack. For so many different reasons, and especially being that they know that the more that I'm being stifled on doing it, the less you're going to get that style when that's what you want.
Right.
You want them ill samples, left field shit, but it just makes me go creepier into the video.
No doubt.
One album I would take with me if I was stranded on a desert island would be James Brown, In a Jungle Groove.
Okay, how come?
Because James Brown is the funk. There was no funk until there was James Brown. Without James Brown, we probably wouldn't have hip-hop. He is the epitome of breaking hip-hop into what it is. He never was on, he had never stayed on time with his, he was on time, but he didn't follow the music theory pattern. He created his own pattern. And he come on 3. And sometimes he comes on to 1.5, like, he was just so unreal with his style, and then like I say, you had to call it funk because that's what it sounded like, funky.
Right.
It didn't sound good. It sounded funky. So yeah, James Brown in the Jungle.
Okay.